Y'all won't believe what in the heck is going on. It looks like Diddy's box of lies is like a bottomless pit. Cause word on the street is that another scandal is on the loose, and Diddy might not recover from it this time. Now, you're probably wondering why Brother Love wouldn't be able to use the resurrection card this time. Well, people's nerves have been threatening to cut loose for Low all these years, especially with the Diddy did this, Diddy did that stories that have been flying about, and it looks like this new lawsuit might be the last straw that would break the camel's back. So what's with all the ruckus anyway? And what in God's name is going on? So it turns out that after going unpunished for a long while, the cockroach is now safely behind bars. But hey, I'm not mentioning names here. This is just a figure of speech. Anyway, back to our discussion. Sean Diddy Combs is in hot water again after being locked up since September 16th for all sorts of allegations, from commit racketeering to sex trafficking and getting people into prostitution. Now, a woman who's not being named has filed a new lawsuit saying Diddy drugged and sexually assaulted her. News got hold of some papers that show the lawsuit was filed on September 27th. But here's where things get crazy. It claims Diddy assaulted a certain Jane Doe over a 4-year stretch. But to make matters worse, it even led to her getting pregnant. Diddy's lawyers for the woman say she first met the rapper in the fall of 2020 while she was away, and was then taken on a trip paid for by Diddy. After their 2020 hangout, the papers say Jane Doe started seeing Diddy about once a month in 2021 and 2022, with the record executive making sure she came to his houses in Miami, Los Angeles, and New York. Jane Doe says she didn't really want to go to these meetings, but Diddy and his crew used mean and threatening words to make her come. These meetings led to a bunch of bad stuff being said about, including forcing her to use drugs and rape. The papers also say that after a July 2022 meeting with Diddy, Jane Doe found out she was pregnant, and then the rapper's team pushed her to get an abortion, which ended in a miscarriage. Jane Doe has been through a lot of trauma, lost money, and hurt physically because of Diddy, and she's asking for a lot of money to make up for it in her lawsuit. Her lawyers told E! News, big names in the entertainment world have a long history of taking advantage of young artists and fans. These recent lawsuits are all about making these celebrities face the music, hopefully changing how things are done in the industry and getting justice for those who've been hurt. No one is above the law, and just because someone is famous or rich doesn't mean they can get away with serious crimes like sex trafficking and abuse. Jane Doe isn't even the first one to tell of Diddy's shady character. Gina Huin, a model who was once in a relationship with Diddy, shared her story in an interview about the physical abuse she faced from him. She also revealed how he had once kicked her in the stomach.
He stomped on my stomach really hard, and I took the win.
Back then, a lot of people thought she was just after Diddy's money, thinking that brotherly love meant he wouldn't do anything wrong. After all, Diddy was known for his charity work and even offered to buy clothes for a charity event. But the video of Cassie being abused by Diddy was shocking. This showed that Diddy had been abusing Cassie for a long time and was now used to it. And what did Diddy say about the video?
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. But sometimes you gotta do that. I was up. I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, I'm going to rehab. Had to ask God for His mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Hold on a minute, is this the same guy who said he just wanted to help Cassie by taking her to court and wasn't actually trying to hurt her? The list of famous people making wild claims against Diddy just keeps getting longer, and we can't ignore his shady deals with young musicians and his promises of a dream life or fancy cars and houses. It kind of sounds like what a loving partner would do. For a while, people thought Diddy was just trying to capture that cool vibe that Michael Jackson and Prince had, but it turns out there was a lot more going on that wasn't so great. Imagine this. 13-year-old Usher, a young, good-looking and talented newbie, was sent to live with Diddy for a year. But it got even crazier when Usher accidentally mentioned in an interview with Kevin Hart that he had slept with Diddy. Let's go back in time for a bit. Usher was found by music boss L.A. Reid, who signed him to his label but got annoyed because Usher was too innocent and not ready for the music business. Reid didn't want to sponsor a kid to sing nursery rhymes, even though it would have looked cute. So he quickly sent him to New York City to hang out with Puff Daddy at Puffy Flavor Camp. Reid said he just wanted to show Usher what the music industry was all about.
Flavor Camp.
Yeah, that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really.
Come on.
But hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I ain't say that.
So picture Usher venturing into Diddy's world. It was like venturing into an entire other universe. Usher got front push seats to the best parties, with champagne streaming like water and the fanciest cars lined up outside. But beyond the glitz and glam, Usher saw the real deal. Usher once talked around how he lost his virginity at the young age of 13. Hold up for a moment. Isn't that around the same time he went to live with Diddy? He also spilled the beans on Howard Strict, talking about Diddy's mentoring approach and that shocking moment when Diddy went MIA after Usher's big appearance collection didn't blow up. But here's the tea. Usher spilled that he wouldn't let his own kids close those wild parties. In a chat with Howard Strict, he straight up said hell no to sending his children to Puffy Camp.
4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
what
like
a
living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
So, did Diddy try to make a move on young Usher like he's been rumored to do with other big names like 50 and Dar Baby? That's still up for grabs. But one thing's clear, Usher's time at Puffy Flavor Camp was way better than any kid's dream. Just ask 50, who was straight up saying he felt out of his league at Diddy's parties. He's not the only one who said Diddy's parties are anything but your typical hangout. All this chatter makes you start wondering if Diddy is really who he says he is, or just a shady guy hiding in plain sight. While some thought 50 Cent's no-nonsense attitude was just 50 being 50, you know how 50 has a knack for picking fights with anyone he doesn't get along with, it seems like there might be some truth to these rumors. At the start of the Drink Champs podcast, Diddy was killing it, cracking jokes and sharing stories. But things quickly took a turn for the worse when Diddy got a bit too drunk and started calling the talk show host Daddy. It was like watching a deer in the headlights.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. I like that.
Things quickly turned awkward, and the host did his best to get things back on track. But Diddy's wild behavior was impossible to ignore. People started wondering if Diddy was showing his true colors. There's a rumor going around that 50 Cent is working on a documentary about Diddy's legal troubles. And you know 50, he's not afraid to speak his mind. Just the other day, 50 Cent jumped on Instagram to make fun of Diddy for supposedly getting into a fight with his son's football coach over kettlebells. Yeah, that's right. Even though they've had their differences, 50 Cent couldn't resist sharing his thoughts on social media. And guess what? A lot of people are on 50 Cent's side, especially with Diddy being the center of attention for those allegations. Diddy is sticking to his story, but 50 Cent is on a mission to find proof to back up those court claims. Sadly, it looks like Diddy's kids are picking up on their dad's bad behavior. Just recently, Diddy's oldest son, Justin Combs, was accused of helping cover up the death of a friend named G at a recording studio in 2022. But that's not all. His younger half-brother Christian, who's a model and a rapper, is now facing charges for sexually assaulting a woman in the same year. And guess who rented the yacht? It's Diddy himself. If my gut is telling me anything, Diddy probably knew about the assault since he was on the yacht at the time and probably helped cover it up too. Diddy's image has taken a big hit in the past few months, going from the good guy in white to a shady businessman and even a paedophile among other serious allegations. It seems like there's no end in sight to the shocking revelations about Diddy's hidden crimes. I'm starting to lose hope that I'll be surprised by anything else, but I'm still caught off guard and not ready for what's coming next. Who knows what Diddy has in store for us? If you like this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more access to premium gossip like this. Also, click the notification button below for instant notifications on Diddy's upcoming case and more. Have a great day, and thank you all so much for watching this video.